that we as people, we create systems, and in cities and urban areas, that's where most of people are gathered. So the systems are super big and super complex.
Urban transitions, they focus on the urban context, and it was surprising for me that why are cities so important?
We have so many large, difficult problems like climate change or some population dynamics.
And during the course I learned that actually a lot of the problems are both concentrated in the cities, but also the opportunities for change are present in the urban context.
Right now, those systems are destroying the planet. So we need to change those systems.
So the lifestyle is something that has to change.
To something that's more sustainable and better for the people, better for the environment. And we need that kind of large changes to take place in the upcoming decade.
Cities has the building blocks of this sustainable, so those are very much into cities' DNA.
Urban is the perfect place to look at transitions.
Urban Transitions and Futures is a transdisciplinary course aiming to teach students skills and knowledge of co-creating solutions together with urban stakeholders to steer transitions to post-carbon, resilient and just futures. We collaborated with the City of Helsinki, and this year we focused on the neighbourhood of Malminkartano.
I think it's very important to collaborate when we talk about cities and different areas in the city, that they are not stable, but they are living areas which are constantly in change.
So it's basically a really simple but kind of powerful way of thinking, that you imagine what would be the most desirable future, or just any kind of future scenario, and then you start imagining what are the steps that have to take place from the current times, from now until that future.
I feel both like the kind of bringing theory to the practice, but also getting bigger. So not just designing services and improving today, but seeing the sort of bigger systemic change that we need, what kind of practical tools we need for that.
And course-wise, it was a great combination of thinking what are the roles of bottom-up and top-down, because both need to happen, and I think the sweet spot where the change can happen is where those two layers meet each other.
And how to make those steps reality. I think that's a very interesting way of thinking about transitions.
Making it possible for different stakeholders to establish a common ground and a common vision, and from there establish pilot projects or experiments in order to reach it.
Kind of build the pathways and the transition towards that vision, bringing theory to the practical level.
With the universities, we get the fresh ideas, fresh thinking, and they are always on the top of what's happening at the moment. There are people from different backgrounds in professional way, also from different areas outside of Finland.
And we need all the people involved with visioning how the sustainable future would look like.
Through this collaboration, new research ideas and new research directions might come.
I can imagine ways to make those futures reality.
It's kind of what happens between now and then, right? We need to be more like the architects of the future.